All right, welcome back to the next video. This one is going to give you an overview of how to use Resolve and specifically Fusion to clean up 360 video footage. So let's just go ahead and open up Resolve. And I'm going to just open up a test project that I made in the previous video. All right, so what we're going to do is we've got this main video clip here. And this is a monoscopic 360 clip of me standing in our co-working space. And so there's a couple of things that we're going to want to fix. One of the things that we're going to do is we're going to remove and fix what is down here, which is a tripod, kind of a covering of a tripod that's down at the base. We're also going to composite in some new windows. These windows are kind of overexposed, so we'll want to clean up that. And then we'll also do a little bit of paint work on the ceiling, or what we like to say in this industry is the Zenith. So we'll do some paint on the Zenith. We're going to paint out and replace the floor here on the Nadir, which is the base of the sphere. And then we're going to take out these windows. So to start, let's drag our clip into our sequence. And this sequence is one that is 5760 by 2880, which is a kind of like a semi-common 6K format that a lot of things are being done with right now. So the first thing we can do is if I click on my clip, I can right click on it and I can say open in Fusion page, which brings me to this section. The other thing I can do is with this clip selected is that I can also just go click on Fusion tab to get to the Fusion tab for that clip. Because we tend to do a lot of things that are a little bit more advanced, is I would recommend that you, before you really do a lot of Fusion work, is to convert this clip into a Fusion clip. So we can do that by right-clicking on the clip, coming up here and say new Fusion clip. So the reason you would want to make a Fusion clip as opposed to just, because you can just like create Fusion comps just on clips themselves. So I can just open up here and I could start dragging in some nodes into here and start building out my comp. But because I know that we're going to want to replace these windows here later on, and I know that those, so if we look at here, like this plate here, this video clip has these, is that I find it easier to keep things organized. I like to create Fusion clips of anything that I'm working on cleanup wise. So I'm just going to go ahead and also just name this. So I'm going to name this MS002 0002. So I'm basically going to use the same file name, but add MS to the beginning of that as a prefix. And what that's going to just signify to me and anyone else that's working on this project is that this is a clip that has been cleaned up. So master stitch. You can look at our file overview for more information about that. And let's just go ahead and give this 154.023 and -v1. So this is just, I like to keep the file name of the clip inside the names of things like Fusion clips, just because I think it helps keep everything really organized. Let's just go ahead and create a new bin here. So we can call this Fusion clips. And I'm just going to move that over to the Fusion clips. And that just like helps me know like where to find different things. So think of this as like a project file, but for compositing. So let's just go ahead and right click and open in Fusion page. And so this is the basics of what you generally see. So some handy things about this is that if you hit number one, is that any node that we add, we can see by pushing. If you push 1, then it shows up in 1. If you hit 2, it shows up in 2. So right now I'm highlighting the media out node. So if you look, like, there's basically 3 different outputs. And the reason for the 3 different outputs is the first one is this media out 1. The second one is media out 2. And the third one is actually for VR. So now we can see this footage. I can see my footage in a headset. This is really important for doing VR work. It's really, really hard to know if you're cleaning up things correctly if you can't see what you're doing. So take the time to get your headset set up and working as part of your setup and process. I hope you're enjoying this preview of my cinematic 360 video post-production class. You can get this tutorial and 5 complete chapters for free by signing up at learn.voyeur.com. The full class includes 10 hours of content covering stereoscopic, 360 video, 180 VR, and more. It's now available at learn.voyeur.com, so go ahead and check it out.